Hey, hope you're doing well. This is Paul here. I'm doing a brief overview of our first September patch notes. This week's build was a fairly modest one, but there are some important changes that are worth bringing to light. So, one of the biggest pieces of feedback we've had so far during the playtesting sessions is that the servers are taking too long to load. 5 minutes in some cases, which is obviously ridiculous. For some people, they're not even loading at all. I appreciate a couple of you who waited, in some cases, like 20 minutes. It should never take more than like 6 minutes to load. If it's any longer than that, it's a real glaring issue on our side. So I apologize for that. We're working on this. It's a point of emphasis. A little bit of color on why that's the case now, why some of these servers are being so wonky is over the last year and a half or 2 years, we've had the servers up. We've tried to have them only go live when people were actively playing, which is fine. We were doing the internal developer testing, but now that there's more people trying to join, it's obviously quite problematic. So, plus side is we know how to fix this. It's just a matter of us having the servers be live 24/7, but it is something that we're testing into over the course of this month to make sure our server costs don't go crazy. We are going to be able to have always live servers without the cost being too burdensome on us. It's just a matter of making sure that we've got everything hunky dory with our hosting partners. So we'll get there. This week's build gets us a little closer. You should see, at least in North America during heavier play times, that the servers are hopefully loading up in that sub-minute, 50, 60-second time frame. And then later this month, hopefully the next couple weeks, we'll have it where it's just always an expectation that you're joining in under a minute. In addition to that, right now most of the playtesting servers have been located in Europe because that's honestly where most of our developers are. But with most of the player base at the moment being in North America, it's important that we have servers there as well, which will help not just load times but also latency and whatnot. So those will be up fairly soon as well, hopefully in this next build. And we'll do our best to make sure that we have servers still live for European as well as players in Asia and then eventually South America too. So I appreciate you taking time to play the game so far if you've been in the playtesting sessions, and hopefully we're able to kind of address some of these server issues really quickly to make it a little more enjoyable. Obviously too, if you've been on the servers, you've noticed that it's very rare for anyone else to be on the servers at the same time. We've intentionally kept the playtesting numbers low so far to work through some of these bigger bugs and bigger challenges in front of us. But it's clear that in a PvP game, you're going to need more people playing for it to actually be fun, and particularly to address some of these balance issues that are only going to show up when you've got a few hundred units on screen. So for this week's build, we added a decent chunk of additional playtesters. We're not going to be at the daily active users or concurrent user levels that we want for it to be a really fun, vibrant experience, but that's going to come at the end of this month. So we are targeting basically this last week of September to have a pretty substantial build. It's going to roll out some new features, myriad of bug fixes, and very importantly, going to have these servers working at a really high level. So bear with us. Hopefully, you're able to join today or this weekend and give it a shot and give us some feedback. We'd love to work on it. And then over the next couple weeks, I'll have some information on the actual current tech tree, more of a playthrough guide, some information on what the fundamentals of the game look like, and then we've got a really big improvement to our AI and pathfinding rolling out. Hopefully by the end of the month, maybe a little bit longer. It's a really substantial change to how we're handling forests, for example. Right now, as some of you've seen, units can go right through them. It's not ideal. They'll be impassable in some cases soon enough. Yeah, we'll be there soon. Thanks again, and be well.